In France, hundreds of thousands of people have joined protests and strikes against unpopular pension reforms. Nearly 2 weeks after President Emmanuel Macron pushed the changes through Parliament, public fury shows no sign of abating. Police in Paris and Nantes deployed tear gas after protesters looted stores and sparked fires. Macron has refused to budge on the deeply unpopular move to increase the retirement age from 62 to 64. Right, well, let's go to DW's Lisa Lewis, who is following events for us in Paris. Lisa, great to see you. So people are still taking to the streets. We've seen those images there. Are we seeing more protesters than before, though?
Well, compared to last week, the number of protesters seems to have gone down. We don't have figures for the whole country just yet, but the unions have said, for example, that in Paris, the number of demonstrators dropped from last week, where there was a record number, from 800,000 to 450,000. When you look at the strikes in different sectors, the percentage of workers participating in these strikes seems also to be going down. However, we're also hearing that more and more young people are participating in the strikes, and that is something the government is really afraid of, as these young people, obviously, they don't have to go to work, so they have possibly more stamina if the strikes and the demonstrations should continue over the coming weeks.
Lisa, what does all of this tell us about the state of the country?
Well, I don't think that the government is back in shallow waters yet. Emmanuel Macron is really facing a deep political crisis here. When you look at his approval ratings, they have dropped within a month by 10% to about 30% of the French who think that he is a good president. And even amongst his voter base, this figure is going down. People really are not happy. Even managers who normally support him and are his voters, they think he did not choose the right method to go through with this pension reform. As you know, he pushed the reform through without a final vote, using an exceptional constitutional power. And people really feel he shouldn't have done that. And they also don't seem to understand his strategy anymore. They don't know what he stands for anymore. Whereas he came to power about 6 years ago, saying that he would bring the country together. Now it seems more divided than ever.
Thanks, Lisa. DW's Lisa Lewis in Paris.